Hi, I'm Mickey Zeta. It's Sunday night, and this is Sunday Night Wine with Mickey. I've got my favorite little beach glass here. I love this little thing. It's pretty big, actually, but there's just a small amount of wine in there. So I'm saluting you and saying I hope you've had a fabulous weekend and that you're headed into a terrific week. What I'm going to talk about tonight is a poem. It's in a book that was given to me by my sister-in-law for Christmas, and it's called Milk and Honey. Hi. And hi, Alan. Glad to have you here too. And what I love about this book is it's short poems about domestic abuse, about domestic violence, and it's of course written by Rupi Kaur. And the poem that actually, this book fell off my desk and opened up to this page. Now, when that happens, I pay attention, and this was pretty remarkable. And here's the poem: "There is no bigger illusion in the world than the idea that a woman will bring dishonor into a home if she tries to keep her heart and her body safe." Oh my gosh. 5 little lines, and is that not powerful? I'm going to read it again. There is no bigger illusion in the world than the idea that a woman will bring dishonor into a home if she tries to keep her heart and her body safe. Now, all of us who have lived in domestic abuse, we know what that feels like. We know that for me, it wasn't dishonor to my family so much as it was dishonor to my abuser's family. And I got that message loud and clear. The very first time that I was actually physically abused was at his parents' house. And everybody knew what was going on. Nobody said one single word. I even wore a short sleeve shirt that day because my arms were bruised, fingerprint bruises, and nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. And the message was clear. Do not embarrass our son. Do not embarrass this family. You will bring dishonor to us. So it didn't matter what was happening to me. That was totally separate. This was all about protecting the abuser. And that also comes under collective collusion that I talk about all the time. Society doesn't want us to question authority. And for the most part, men are authority. So when I read this poem, it occurred to me that it actually brought that all back. It brought it all back really clearly. But what it also brought back was last year at my workplace, I was in a harassment situation, and it went on for months. It went on for 5 or 6 months, maybe longer. And it escalated. And finally I said, you know what? This is not okay. I am done with this. Here are the situations. This is my job description. This is this is the job I have to do. Stop undermining me. Stop replacing my position with other people. If this is my position, then let me do my job. And if it's not, tell me what's going on, and we'll figure something out. Well, do you know what my boss told me? Do you know what I was told? You're embarrassing this workplace by behaving the way you are. When I heard that, it literally stabbed me. It stabbed me in my heart and in my soul. And I couldn't figure out why. And that was 3 or 4 months ago that was said. It didn't occur to me that the reason it hurt me, the reason it cut me to my soul, was I had spent so many years not defending myself because I wasn't supposed to embarrass somebody. I wasn't supposed to embarrass my spouse. And now I'm being told at work, by defending yourself, you're embarrassing this business. Oh my gosh. That was such a shock to me. And I bet you that those of you who have really listened to this poem, that there are things in your life that poem brings up for you too. So it's not just about domestic abuse. It's about abuse in all sorts of ways. But primarily, what got me the most, I think, is that it didn't occur to me. It didn't occur to me that that's what was going on in my workplace. So I'm going to encourage you, when those feelings come up, do an inventory. I didn't do that. I kind of shut it off again. I shut it all off, but don't do that. Do an inventory and figure out where that emotion come from. What feelings is that bringing up? What is that excavating in your emotions? And deal with it. Deal with it, because that's the only way we're going to heal. That's the only way we're going to get better. So that's my lesson for tonight. Don't be ashamed of defending yourself. You have no shame. You're not embarrassing anybody. Defend yourself. Do not let people put words in your mouth or shame your actions. Don't let it happen. Of course, that might be easier said than done for some of us, but I've learned my lesson, and I thank Rupi Kaur for bringing that forward. So thank you very much. I'm Mickey Zeta. I'll be back on Wednesday night for Wednesday Night Live with Mickey, and I'm going to encourage you, please go to my website, survivingabusenetwork.com. There's a free list there to download. It's called Was I Really Abused? And so many of us, when we get out of abuse, we do begin to question ourselves, and we wonder, was it as bad as I thought? And people ask you, was it really abuse? You stayed a long time. Well, yes, it was abuse. But download the checklist. It's free. Just put in your email, and it'll be right in your inbox. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful evening, the rest of your evening. Create a marvelous week. You're going to have a wonderful week. All kinds of great things are going to happen. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and I'll be back on Wednesday night.